Hi, I'm Jane Garapic, founder of GettingToTrueLove.com. Today I want to answer a question that I've heard so many times from so many different women. Back in my dating days, I've even asked this myself, too many times to count. Should I reach out to him? Whether it's should I call him or text him or message him or whatever, the real question is always the same. He hasn't contacted me and I don't know why. This time it's from Jude, who writes about the situation she's in, wondering why he hasn't called when he said he would. Here's what she wrote in her email. He said he'd call yesterday, but didn't. Why does this make me feel so needy? Why don't I just contact him? It's been going well so far. So afraid of being vulnerable and of finding out he's not as committed as I hoped. And that I'll then put up with it. How do I approach this without sounding like a lunatic and without compromising myself? Is it okay to say I was expecting to hear from you? Is all okay? Then how do I trust his answer? Oh dear. Oh Jude, I know that so many of us can relate to this one. It may even be all of us that have asked this question in one form or another, usually many times over. Is there anything really that triggers us more than this? He said he'd call, but he didn't. And here's the thing, it's not just that he didn't call when he said he would. It's what it does to us. It's the second guessing it leads us to do on ourselves. It's the fears it brings up in us. It's the awareness it brings of who we are and really who we aren't. That's what it sheds a light on. And maybe more than anything else, it's the self-doubt that calls everything into question that does the most damage. We just can't help thinking to ourselves, was I just imagining things were going so well? Was I a fool to believe he felt the same way as I did? The self-disparaging words just flow and flow. It can't help but make you feel so needy. So afraid of being vulnerable and of finding out he's not as committed as I hoped and that I'll put up with it. You know, Jude, you've captured exactly what goes on here inside us in moments like this. This is exactly why it affects us so much, because it reveals what we know and just how much we don't. To understand this and have this awareness at all is huge, huge. Be proud of yourself first for having the insight to go there. Because it's never just about him and his not calling or texting. It's about so much more. And there's so much substance in these questions you're asking, because the very fact that you're in this position in the first place gives you a whole lot of information about him. Let's break this down a bit and really think about it, okay? If he's really busy, he could still find time to give you a quick call, right? Even if it's just for a moment to let you know he didn't forget about you, right? Even if he lost his phone, he's perfectly capable of getting another one or borrowing one from a friend, right? At some point, he's going to get a message to you one way or another so that you're not worrying about him. So we know he could have contacted you, but for some reason he didn't. So how do you reach out to him without compromising yourself and coming across either needy, smothering, or something else? So what you've come up with here, I was expecting to hear from you, is all okay. That's completely reasonable. The catch, of course, is that you're wondering if you can trust his answer, which also speaks volumes. And that may be even more important here if you're not sure if you can even trust his answer. Then it needs to be more than words. His answer needs to be in the form of behavior that shows you, with no doubt about it, action that proves what he can all too easily give lip service to. Which, of course, brings us back to the whole point of my answer to you. It's through his behavior that you find out what you've actually got with him. That's how you know, and that's the only way to know for sure. You reaching out to him, saying this pretty benign phrase, that's for you. By doing nothing, you would know soon enough exactly where he stands. But if you can't wait for that, then do what you need to do for you and go ahead and reach out to him. Because doing what doesn't eat us up inside is what really matters. Doing what we can live with really matters. Doing the lesser of two evils to the detriment of our hearts matters. And by that I mean, if not reaching out to him is harder on you and your peace of mind than reaching out to him, knowing that since you're initiating contact first, you really won't know how long he would have gone without reaching out to you, then that's a no-brainer. Reach out to him. On the other hand, if you want to know just how long he thinks it's acceptable to go without contact, even after he told you he'd call, then wait it out and see. This may tell you quite a bit about whether or not he's even the right guy for you or not, because we're not here to be martyrs or play games. We're here to be who we are. We're here to be true to ourselves. We're here to be loved for who we are. The fact that you're not sure if you can trust his answer has me far more concerned than whether or not you reach out to him. Without knowing more about your relationship, it's hard to say, but simply from your question, how do I trust his answer? I see a major red flag there. Trust is one of those things that's earned, Jude. It can't be rushed. It's proven over time by consistent actions, consistent behavior that tells you who you think you're with is actually who you're with and not someone just pretending to be that person. Over time, you start seeing consistencies that tell you, hey, I trust you. And so does he. It happens naturally, or it doesn't. Either way, you'll know. But in the meantime, don't worry about messing up this potentially amazing relationship simply because of reaching out to him to make sure he's okay when you don't hear from him. If a reasonable amount of time has passed for you and it jives with your gut feelings, then go with it. If he's the right guy for you, it won't matter. You're doing awesome. Awareness is everything. And I really hope this helps. So now I'll turn it over to you, all of you. What do you think Jude should do in this situation? Should she reach out to him or wait it out? Have you ever run into this kind of thing in the past? I'm sure you have. Share your thoughts and your story with us below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the future videos I post. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.